It's 9-ish.
All right. 9:15, and this is take 2, motherfuckers.
Hey,
Welcome to Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater. As you guys saw by our technical difficulties, we were trying to do something new. Didn't work out too well, but we're going to keep practicing and getting better. Tonight, we got a good show for you. You're going to go ahead and start and get our intros out of the way real quick so that we can go ahead and get into the meat of the show. Let's go ahead and start with our guest, Mr. Brian Brink.
Hey, y'all. I'm here to perform an audit on how you podcast. Just checking off some things here. We have missing a host, unable to go live. But kick-ass intro actually takes the cake and trumps those other two. So you're doing good.
we're 50-50. All right.
We get this man in the realm? Sweet.
All right, Josh Fisher.
Hey, Rome was not built in a day. I'll get to the bottom of the technical difficulties, but I appreciate the praise on the intro. I spent, I did a lot of work on that, so I was really, really pleased with those responses that I was seeing in the chat. Thank you. We got other cool things coming that we've been working on, but we'll figure it all out. Like Nick was saying, I'm just happy that we're live. I'm happy it's Friday. I'm everywhere. You can find me on social media, on Facebook under my birth name. Find me on All Queued Up Podcast with my buddy Greg. Here every Friday night with you guys and on Off the Runner. And sorry I took too much time there. Go ahead.
Rob Milton.
It's Friday night and the mood is right. Gonna have some fun. Show you how it's done. TGIF or MPSP anyway. Oh man!
Just spit out the rest of the alphabet there. We can see your level of educational progress.
3rd grade. I'm a truck driver, asshole.
Nice.
Okay.
On the realm, Rob
Fair
Milton.
enough.
On the Instagrams, Rob's Robots. And here every Friday night. That's it. I'm done.
Okay, Russell the Love Muscle.
God, Rob, that was exhilarating. I have to tell you, I got
Coffee infused.
Hi guys, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube when the band is up. Finally, they let me back on, and and of course here every Friday night. And sorry about the craziness. Wow, that was kind of interesting, huh? Yeah, well, we'll get it worked out.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, stuff happens.
And it will be dope.
Sam will be joining us a little bit later. I'm your host, Masterpiece Shitpiece, Nick Brammer in the Facebook groups, at Brammer_Nick on Twitter, and at Masterpiece_Shitpiece on Instagram. So, we got some news for you guys this week. We're going to go ahead and hit some sorry news first. Oh, you want to do football?
No, I was with everything that was going on. I didn't know if you remembered what we were going to bring up or not.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of our members in the realm had a fire last night at their home. Jim Hogg, some of you guys know him from the chats and on broadcasted hangouts. In the Realm of Collectors group, there is a GoFundMe. Do what you can. Again, it's another situation where one of us needs some help, and hopefully, if you got a little extra scratch in your pockets, go ahead and try and donate.
Yeah, as someone, I'm telling you, I've been through this, man. It's rough, dude.
That's like one of my worst fears, man.
It is. Back in 2002, we lived in Fairfax, and our next was actually our neighbor's apartment caught fire, of course, which in turn caught our apartment on fire, and we lost everything. It was a rough couple years after that, to recover and get back on your feet.
And then all your personal effects, your photos and stuff that can't be
Yeah.
replaced.
Absolutely, all that stuff gone.
That's the worst part of it. The shit you can't replace.
The good news, when I understand everybody was okay, and that's the most important thing, is that everyone's fine.
Yeah.
But it does suck, and so it's hard. It's hard. It's tough to get through it. A lot of but it's just the financials, and then there's just the Jesus Christ, this sucks kind of thing.
Yeah. I, as soon as I found out today, I hit Jim up, and it's like, man,
Yeah.
Is everybody okay? He's like, we're all fine. I was like, what do you guys need? I was like, do you have a GoFundMe set up? If not,
Yeah.
do you want one? What can we do to help? Because immediately I thought, Jesus Christ, the ROC had my back, 7-8 months ago. And, just 7 months ago. And now another one of us is going through it. What can I do to help them?
Sure.
Because they would have done the same, and it's just like, that's what I love about this community is, when the chips are down for one of us, we rally behind and pick them up. And I'm like, we don't have a lot, but what I do have, I'll help in any way I can. I was like, do you need clothing? Do you need, what kind of supplies? And he was just like, we got a lot of great people locally. It's been helping us out with everything. We're figuring out the short-term and long-term housing situation right now. And I've seen a pic of the house and extensive heavy damage, and it's heartbreaking. The GoFundMe, they set it at $2,500. They've already raised that in less than 24 hours, but that's a drop in the bucket. That's not gonna
That's
go
insurance
wrong,
deductibles. That's about it.
Yeah. So I mean, and who knows how long it's going to take them to get on their feet and get in. If they're going to be able to rebuild, or if they're going to just have to, if it's a total loss, nobody knows yet. It's still the first 24 hours. So if you've got a little extra in your pockets, please, by all means, throw a few bucks their way, like put that Marvel Legend that you were going to pick up this weekend, put it down, chip a few bucks their way to help them out,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you can do.
People before plastic, my friend.
People before plastic, always. That's exactly it.
Absolutely.
And Jim's a great guy, and he's got a beautiful family. And just the time of the year, it's terrible. It's wintertime, and they live, in an area where it's very cold in Indiana. So, our thoughts are with you, Jim. We love you.
Yeah. Prayers to you, man.
Just as I said to you, even if you just need to talk, hit me up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well said, John, man.
Word.
What can I say? I have practice. I mean, I've been through, not the same scenario, but I understand, when life throws you a curveball you're not ready for.
Sure. Absolutely.
Just we lift each other up and we help each other out when we can, and that's what makes us a strong community, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
This is true.
But
right.
Yeah.
On to more depressing news.
More depressing?
We're starting out the show on fire.
Yeah.
Why is this news more depressing?
Well,
as in other depressing news? More depressing news, Josh?
Oh, you mean Rob winning?
Oh, you're gonna go ahead with the fantasy football shit. Hurry up.
What?
I don't know how that's depressing. That's pretty badass. I mean,
no, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I think it's depressing. I'm not happy I did. I'm happy I'm upset I didn't win. I finished third place. Wow.
Hey, I talked shit. I talked shit for 16 weeks, and I had to eat crow. So, and it sucked because I think I choked on a fucking bone, and shit out a couple of talons and a beak. But it was bad. It was bad.
Well,
but Rob had no fucking faith in himself all season.
Yeah, I know. Right? That's true.
And I told him he could do it, and by God, he did it. He fucking won. He is the champion of the league, and the wives can breathe a sigh of relief. They will not be required to host, and
my wife looked at me and said, "I've never loved you more than I do right now."
Oh no. Anna was like, "Fuck that! I wanted to do that shit."
I figured Anna would be all for it, but you know what? She can always come on.
Well,
Well,
no.
Nobody ever said it's a husband's only show.
No. I can't have Anna on here with me. You're crazy. That's not cool.
Who said you had to be on that
You
night?
said you were going to be on that.
We're gonna replace. Okay, I get it.
But
Go
yeah,
back to your corner, Pal Pal
You guys
Fish.
sound like James. You know, James did that shit too. Anna filled in for me one night on Plastic Fanatics, and he was like, "Well, we can just make that permanent."
but yeah, big congrats to Rob. Good job, man.
Thanks, guys. It was
Who
fun.
knew that a guy who had no knowledge about fantasy football could auto draft a team and actually win the league and not play the waiver wire and actually fucking win? It's
Dude, he
insane.
didn't even touch his starters. He had guys on bye starting.
Yeah, I know. He had guys on injured reserve starting. That's what's fucked up.
Insane.
You know, you realize this is why I'll never win the lottery, right? It's because all this stupid
You're
shit.
everything. You're everything that's wrong with fantasy football. That's you right there.
And let's be honest, dude, you hit a break because Aaron Rodgers went out with a concussion, and that fucked up the
That's true.
entire Packers, and that's what Kate had.
Kate had a lot. You're right. That's exactly what happened. It blew it up.
I'm a Wisconsin boy. I know all about these Packers because you hear everybody up here raving about them, and we all know Aaron Rodgers goes out, Packers are fucking done.
That's pretty much
Look
it.
at Walt talking shit in the chat. You let a rookie beat you guys. Pathetic. You shut up there, keyboard warrior. Come on now.
Hey, well, Walt's Bears got a handful this weekend.
Hey, yeah, I love you, Walt, but come on now. You wouldn't have done no better.
Just like he said he outdrank me. We saw how that turned out.
Anna posted in the chat, I'll take over anytime.
Nobody outdrinks Darth Bramer.
Nah, nobody.
Dude, I'm telling you, I don't see how he was conscious.
All right, enough of that.
Was he though?
That's
that
what
was
was more depressing.
But yeah. Moving on.
All right, we lost some people this week.
Yes.
All the celebrity deaths come in threes. First news we got was Mean Gene Okerlund. If you grew up in the 80s watching the WWF, back when it was called that, everybody knew Mean Gene. He did all the interviews. Some great classic moments.
Yeah, he was in WCW through the 90s, a lot of the 90s. It sucks, dude. He was one of my favorite, just one of my favorites in my childhood. You know, when you're watching it and all the crazy shit. He was always he's the goofy guy with the mic. You know, that's just and you never know what's gonna happen. Somebody might.
Yeah, he was always over the top.
He was more well known at most points than most of the wrestlers were.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah,
everybody knew Mean by God Gene.
Iconic character.
Yeah, all those Macho Man interviews.
They were great.
Just sit there and try and decipher what the fuck the Warrior was saying.
Yeah. Good times, man. Good times. And he was always such a hype man for Hulk Hogan. He was just Hulk Hogan would go ballistic. It's great, man.
With Andre the Giant like that too.
Yeah, and you'd have to sit there when Jake had the snake and shit, and you could tell he was terrified.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just I never knew if it was pretend or if it really was legitimate. I bet it was legitimate. He's probably fucking thing away from me.
Yeah, so rest in peace, Mean Gene.
Indeed.
Second death we got hit with was Super Dave Osborne.
Yeah.
Bob Einstein, man.
Oh, dude, that guy was an entertainer too. Anybody remember the cartoon series?
He was a legend.
Yeah.
Cartoon.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, man, he was just a funny guy, man. That's sad too.
And he did his own stunts.
Yeah. And a lot of the I didn't realize because I'm not a Curb fan, but he was on Curb Your Enthusiasm too.
Marty Funkhauser, man, he was hilarious. He told one of the best fucking jokes. I mean, to this day, it's just in his delivery. He told that joke on the show, and that show is basically they're given a rough outline they're not given a script; they're given a rough outline, and they improv almost the entire thing. Only very few things are scripted.
Yeah.
And they did season 6. They did a Seinfeld reunion, so it was the first time Jerry Seinfeld ever met Bob Einstein. And he walks up to him. He's like, "Hey, Jerry, Marty Funkhauser, let me tell you a joke." He's like, "No, I'd rather you not." And he's like, and he tells the joke and everything, and they left in Seinfeld's genuine reaction. It's just a great joke, but I'm not going to tell it here. But it's fucking wonderful. But the dude, he was a legendary producer, man. And he was mainly known, outside of his Super Dave stuff, for being a producer in Hollywood, and just had some incredible funny stories. And he was an incredibly funny guy. His brother was is Albert Brooks, filmmaker and director, actor. Their dad, he was a legendary stand-up comedian that went by the stage name of Park Ya Carcass. Yeah, that dude actually did a roast of of Desi Arnaz one night at a Rotary Club, and then dropped out of a heart attack after he performed.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, man,
What is it with that
crazy
comedians?
But yeah, I loved Bob Einstein. Loved him as Super Dave. Loved him on the Smother Brothers show. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Loved him on Curb. It sucks, man. I really, really dug his work.
Yeah.
And just a hilarious guy.
His Super Dave Osborne skits were insane, dude. They were nuts, man.
Yeah, he always said his favorite one was King of the Road, where he was on the bus.
What was his food? What was his stunt guy's name? Mr. or Fuji or something? What was his?
Fuji was his assistant. Yeah.
Fuji. Okay. Yeah, he was the guy that would put together the stunts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane, dude. Oh man, that was great. Good
And it's not on the agenda, but we also Captain Tennille, Daryl Dragon, died.
Yeah.
So there's your trifecta of celebrity deaths.
So Betty White better be in protective custody as of now.
Yeah, that was a big meme on Twitter and shit.
Yeah, we can't have that. So now that we've depressed everybody about the death, that's
yeah. Let's get on to some better shit.
We let them down with the failed technical difficulties, and then brought them down with, the sad news.
That's what you do. You start low and end high.
And we started really low today.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't even know those two guys.
Yeah.
You didn't watch wrestling in the 80s, Frank?
Yeah, I remember that Mean Gene guy.
Yeah, he remembers the Mean Gene guy. He's like, Super Dave, who the hell's that?
I heard him.
You heard of him?
Really?
Nope.
He's
Holy
really
shit,
good
dude.
at all.
Yeah, and I stopped watching Curb after the first season or something like that. I can't remember. Some kind of life change, and I don't know. Maybe football started. Who knows?
Dude, Super Dave was Jackass stunts before Jackass was a thing.
Oh wow.
Only he was better at it.
I don't know, man. Fucking Johnny Knoxville's a legend, baby.
Yeah, no, the difference is Super Dave didn't. It was like I was really a stunt dummy that did it. But Johnny Knoxville actually did the stupid shit.
True.
All right.
We're gonna shoot shit out of a cannon.
Yeah.
So for the positive shit, let's go. They finally announced All Elite Wrestling.
Wow.
Headed up by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. Brandy Rhodes, who is Cody's wife, is going to be the chief creative officer.
Yep.
So far, they've got the Young Bucks, they've got Cody Rhodes, they've got Hangman Page, and there's some other guys that have been mentioned. BJ Whitmer.
Yeah, I didn't know if anyone signed exclusive deals with him or anything. I think it's just signing deals to do appearances with him and shit here and there. But
yeah, Britt Baker and Dana Massey have all officially signed to work with the promotion. Jesus Christ, I can't talk tonight. Is in-ring talent, backstage, or merchandising roles.
Right.
The dude that is going to be financing it is what the hell is this guy's name? It's something Khan.
Yeah.
Tony Khan.
I
He
think-
is one of the co-owners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, and
yeah.
these guys are serious business. So this is going to have most probably a lot better funding than TNA.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They're running off the, like the momentum of All In,
Mm-hmm.
and there's going to be an All In too.
And I'm sure this is going to be behind it very much. So.
Oh yeah.
So.
Jim Ross is supposed to be the commentator. They haven't announced it yet because his contract with the WWE doesn't, even after he was fired, doesn't run out until April.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's no compete.
Wait, he got fired again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let him go again.
What in the blue fuck over?
That's just because they do that shit all the time.
Because he couldn't
That's-
control fucking Ric Flair's dumbass at a fucking video game thing.
Yeah.
That was like 4 fucking years ago.
Yeah, his contract doesn't run out with them until April because he was on a Legends contract.
Right.
Too.
Okay.
So he was getting like a small rate to basically not do anything except he was doing the American announcing for New Japan.
He also had a podcast he was doing too.
Well, that's his own shit.
That's his own shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the biggest names so far that they're targeting are Goldberg and Jericho.
I don't know about Goldberg, but I heard that Jericho was interested. I was reading a script on that, and then he's definitely interested in doing some work with him. So, yeah, I'm sure Vince McMahon is grabbing his nuts and twisting them right now.
Yeah. So there are a lot of WWE contracts that are coming up.
Yeah,
like the Good Brothers.
Yeah. Which those are the kind of guys that I can see leaving because they're unhappy with the direction. Finn Balor, damn.
Yeah, and this is the first time I think we've seen a powerhouse behind one of these startups for wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, the Khan family's got a lot of money, man. They're really, really wealthy family. It's insane.
Hell, they're talking about moving the Jaguars to London.
No,
what?
Yeah.
The Jacksonville ones?
Yeah, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're talking about moving them to London once the stadium agreement is out.
So they'll win their division because no one will want to play them, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know how the hell that's going to work.
Damn.
Well, they've actually, that's something just to segue off of that. The Raiders, they're looking for a place to play next year, and London was one of the options. And they would be like home 4 games, road 4 games, home 4 games, road 4 games to eliminate excess travel. So that's how they would do it.
Aren't the Raiders playing in Vegas?
Going to.
Their stadium's not going to be ready.
Oh.
At the earliest.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they haven't worked out a deal with UNLV because UNLV has a
very tiny stadium that doesn't seat but about 35,000.
Yeah, but
why don't they just keep playing where they're at and just call them Las Vegas?
Because Oakland
is
kicking them out of the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Their lease was a year-to-year lease for the past few years, and the lease was up. That stadium is outdated and in desperate needs of repair, and the city doesn't want to foot the bill for the repairs. The city doesn't also want to foot the bill for stadium in any way. I mean, most franchises, they get funds together and say, okay, we're going to put up this much, the league will match this, and we would need some from the city. The city doesn't want to give them a penny for it. Yeah. Oakland's like, all right, fine, we're leaving. Now the city has turned around and said, well, since you're leaving, we're suing you for leaving. So now they're suing them for like $500 million. It's an ugly, ugly, messy breakup. So,
yeah. So they're not going to let them stay, and then they're mad at them for leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
California, man.
California.
Yeah, that's true. It is stupid.
Well, I hope the Raiders put M80s down all the toilets before they leave or something like that.
The toilets are already busted and don't work. That's one of the things. They're talking about when the toilet flushes, shit coming up into the showers and stuff.
Dude, have you
It's
seen
bad.
those Raiders fans? And they're all fucking crazy. They don't care. They fucking
Yeah,
Yeah, we are crazy. We are a crazy fan base. I agree,
But it's
you
also
know,
Oakland, and Oakland's just crazy.
You know what? Yeah, how appropriate is it that Josh is a fucking Raiders fan too?
With all that shit he talks at fucking
I
Phil.
know, right?
They talk a lot of shit too and can't back it up.
Oh, Josh is like, wait till next year, Brammer. It's on.
Just one thing I wanted to see if you guys thought was a possibility.
Mhm.
Since CM Punk got let go by the UFC, you think he might be in all in?
Oh yeah.
You
You
know,
don't think so?
You don't think so,
I'm
Josh?
he was smart with his money. He invested. He diversified. His passion for it's gone. You will never see him in a wrestling ring again
I
on a
don't.
competitive basis.
Yeah,
You don't think
I
like he
think
might do a pay-per-view once in a while?
Nope.
I think he'll do appearances maybe, but I don't think you're.
I don't even know about that.
Well, I mean, Josh, dude, if someone offers him 20 grand to show up and run his mouth on the mic, he's going to do that. That'd be stupid not to do that. That'd be financially irresponsible. He has to do that.
I mean,
What about doing like an announcer or
depends.
something?
It really depends. I mean, he's been doing announcing for that
Yeah.
American Ninja Warrior or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's being paid well enough from that. But he's also writing comics and shit.
Yeah.
And
his wife wrote a book, so she's.
Yeah. But like you said, he's announcing Ninja Warrior. That'd be a fuck of a broadcast team. Him and JR.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's pretty
agree.
cool.
I could
I mean, yeah.
see him doing that, man. I could
see him doing that before getting back in the ring. But
Yeah, I don't
I
think.
honestly think that the split with the WWE left such a bad taste in his mouth that he was like, you know what? I'm done eating shit sandwiches.
Yeah.
I felt bad for his wife because she was really good. I liked AJ Lee; she was awesome, and now and because of all that shit with him in the WWE, remember think about it, she still had to carry on for like another 2 years, basically because she was under contract, and finally, and she had to listen to listen to all the bad mouthing of her husband. She had to listen to, and then listen, deal with him bad mouthing the company she works for. I felt really bad for her. So it's like, basically she had to basically kind of gave up her wrestling career because when it was time to go, it was it. Enough was enough. She had to get out of there, and I don't blame her. She got to back your man, but she gave a lot up for him. So I would like to, it'd be cool to see her get back in the ring.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her run again. She was pretty fun. So
yeah, with her skipping to the ring, I like that. She's
great,
she's like the second generation Mickey James.
Yeah, she was a little nutter butter. Yeah. But she was good in the ring too. She was a good worker. She did a good. She was really impressed. She was one of the female wrestlers that was actually skilled in the ring during a time when there wasn't that many skilled women yet. So they were just coming up to getting to be having skilled female wrestlers. Right when she left. She left, so it kind of sucks. She kind of missed out on that. But it would have been fun to see her in the ring with certain like female wrestlers that are at it right now.
I mean, dude, if she did this, that'd be good. Her and Brandy, because Brandy Rhodes, besides being backstage, is going to be either a valet or in-ring talent.
Right, I would imagine. Yeah.
And that Dana Mosi chick is going to be in there too. So I mean, they could have a really good female division.
Well, don't be surprised if you see a lot of other, especially female talent from other promotions popping in and out though too. Because a lot of other promotions give them the freedom to do that.
Yeah, like with Impact having a lot of their guys at All In and Ring of Honor too. I mean, hell, you could see Tessa Blanchard.
Sure, absolutely. Tessa Blanchard would be a great get for him too.
Hell yeah.
Allie. It'd be fun to see her.
Is Impact even still in existence?
Oh,
yes,
dude, that's
absolutely.
something we didn't talk about. They are going to a new channel. I forget
they
what
are
it's called. It's even worse than Pop, what they're on now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. They're gonna be hard to find. It's a channel that's owned by Anthem.
Yeah,
Anthem has to put them on their own channel now. One of their own channels. So
yeah, Impact is a cunt hair away from fucking going under.
Yeah, which really sucks because actually it's not. I mean, I've watched a few episodes and I'm like, God damn, They're a lot better than they were at one point.
I like that Su Ying chick.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Undead Brides.
She's
That's a cool
badass.
little gimmick, like a female Undertaker kind of.
Mhm. And Allie's like her little hitman now. Allie's like
Yeah,
Allie's
Allie's
lost her
got that
soul.
crazy ass makeup and
Yep.
shit. Yeah,
Yep.
so some of what Impact's doing is interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. They've got a couple.
Their
good
male
stories.
division is all over the fucking place, but the females
Yeah.
are fun.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. That's and Tessa
Alright.
Blanchard's the champion, so she's badass. I like her.
Yeah, she is, man. She's built like a brick shit house.
She is, dude. I can't believe the WWE they screwed up so bad with her. They had an opportunity to get her and to keep her in, and they didn't do it, man. And she basically said, "F you. You don't want to sign me? I'm gone. I'm gonna do this other thing."
All right. So there was a set photo released today, 10 hours ago, from the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. So there hasn't been much information about this except for Kevin Smith and Jay Muse are going to be back in their roles. Just that makes me happy, man. I love Kevin Smith's stuff. Basically, the film, as Smith previously stated, will not be a conventional reboot, but a movie that makes fun of sequels and remakes and reboots while being all three at the same time.
Oh, it's gonna be fucking hilarious then.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's gonna be
Dude, I know how hard they were trashing movies and movie critics and shit on Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but they're gonna do a whole movie about that. It's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't even hear anything about it until the Brammer said, was telling us about it the other night. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's been.
I had no idea
for
this
a while.
was coming.
Yeah, it's been in the works for a while. He's been wanting to do Clerks 3, but so far that's fallen through. I think because of some of the rights with the Weinstein Company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to do Clerks 3, but with the rights issues and stuff, he's fallen back and doing this.
He was wanting to do a sequel to Mallrats too, but I guess that's kind of out the door now. I don't know.
Same thing, because it's the Weinsteins and Miramax have the rights to it. So,
and there's no such thing as malls anymore. So
that's true. Very hard to find them.
Dude, the mall that's closest to me, they're putting apartments in the back of it.
Yeah.
Like they knocked down where the Macy's and the JCPenney used to be, and they're building an expansion. And there's apartments that you'll be able to get into through the mall. And then when the mall closes, they'll close that entrance and only have a back entrance to it.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
So is it like for the workers?
It's probably Section 8. I don't know.
They're going to put Section 8 in there in an apartment.
Well, if the homeless are all going to live in these abandoned malls, you might as well give them a place to go.
Yeah. There's 2 malls worth going to around here, and both of them are like half an hour away.
Yeah.
One's in Tampa and one's in Clearwater.
They've got a pretty high-end mall in Tyson's. I've got 2 of them. It's Tyson's and Tyson's 2. So it's like 2 malls that are real close to each other. And it's like they're one's got really high-end stores, like for the rich fucking assholes up there. Yeah. And the other one's got it's a real nice mall. It's got a lot of cool high-end shit, and it's one of the biggest Barnes and Nobles I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, we got one in Appleton that's pretty good sized mall too, and it's busy all the time. But every time I walk in there, I just go, "Up, too many people, time to go."
Yeah, there is actually like an international mall in Tampa too. It's just called the Tampa International Mall, and they got like a Foot Locker in there that gets like all sorts of like specific releases and shit, like the Kanye, the Yeezys and shit. But I have no interest in going into the heart of fucking Tampa just to go to a fucking mall.
It's like, dude, even the Mall of America, going there, it's like, okay, yeah, it's a whole lot bigger than a regular mall, but it's still a mall, and there's still a lot of dumbass people.
Yeah.
Doesn't that have a theme park in it, though?
Yeah.
But, how's the food court in it?
It's the same as every other mall. It's just bigger.
Does it still have Hogan's Pasta Mania, brother?
Or is there still the the people that are giving out free samples from the
there's like 30 of them bastards.
Walk place, and whatever.
Oh man, dude, do you guys have a place called Sukihana?
No.
All right, I was curious if it was a chain. All I know is that place is still in the mall near me, and I've been going there since 1998, and it's the same people working behind the counter, man.
That's
Yeah, we
weird.
have- Ours has Panda Express, and there is not a single Asian person making food in that place.
I don't know what the place is that's in there. There's a couple of different ones in Spotsy Mall. It's like a couple like one's like the Asian Walk or whatever. I don't know. And then, and then
we have two right next to each other. One is Top Tokyo.
Oh man.
And the other one is China Walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have China Walk up here.
And you're like, oh wow. You have food from both places.
Mall Chinese food when I really want to shit my pants.
Dude, speaking of China Walk, the most crazy mind fuck I ever had in a mall was a guy from India walking up to give me free samples from China Walk.
That's I don't have a sample.
Would you like to try some orange chicken?
That's wonderful, dude.
What?
That is amazing.
My friend.
That's fantastic. Oh wow.
All right.
The world is great.
Let's see what we got here.
Now I want Chinese food, fuckers.
I'm sorry. We got you going now, didn't we? He's like,
It's okay.
Go do it, Josh. Get some sweet and sour chicken for delivery.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Our chicken.
You're funny. Dude, my town doesn't even know what delivery is for anything.
Oh
We
wow!
don't even have a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, that's right. He does live. I mean, he lives in the real sticks, dude. He like I said,
You've
call-
heard
Dude,
of the BFE. You've heard of the BFE before, right?
yes.
Big fucking empty.
The bumfucked Egypt. That's
No,
never
this
heard of
is this is
Yeah.
where the BFE is.
Oh,
Yeah, we call where he lives the taint of Virginia.
is that is that near West Bumblefuck? Because that's what I'm.
2 counties over from
Oh.
West Bumblefuck. Yeah.
You know you have to be in BFE because if you go one town over from me, there's literally nothing but a Kmart and a fucking China buffet.
Dude, Jason L said the Uber is a horse at Josh's town.
Probably fucking Mennonite Uber.
No.
Click clack, click clack with a fucking kid.
They no.
And it only
Bunch of
goes to
Southern
church.
Baptists with bunch of Southern Baptists with shotguns around here. They wouldn't let Mennonites into the town. Y'all think I'm kidding? Jesus.
Oh no, I believe you. I believe you because it is like I said, it's that southwestern extreme part of Virginia, man.
Well, who was it we were to hang out with the other night? And I showed you all a picture of the people on fucking horseback at the McDonald's drive-through in my town.
That's insane, dude. That was crazy.
9 people on horseback in the fucking McDonald's drive-through. Yes, that's the kind of shit.
Yeah, it's nutty. That's nutty town, man. Yeah,
Fun.
If you pull into Josh's town and you hear banjo music, run.
it's super sticks, dude.
Shit, man. The town courthouse, every hour on the hour, they play
You know the sad part is,
deliverance music.
had I not grown up just a little bit south of you, I would totally think you're exaggerating, but I know you're not.
Oh man.
I mean,
That's
I
weird.
might be, but I might not be.
Yeah.
You'll never knew.
Okay, the courthouse bells are just chimes, but still.
And
It's a
I hate
pretty
it.
redneck
nuts,
fucking
dude.
place.
The worst thing about the Virginia accent is how you guys pronounce vehicle. Vehicle.
It sounds angry.
It's
You're telling me about pronunciations. Mouse.
Moss. Moss. I'll mute you.
Yeah.
I fucking swear.
I don't give
All right,
a fuck.
wait,
Go
you call a
ahead. What
mouse
you
a
gonna
moth?
do? There is a Pulitzer-winning comic book called Mouse. It's spelled M-A-U-S. It's German, pronounced mouse. Brammer calls it moss, and it's mouse. It's a very good comic.
Have you guys talked to Tim? See how it's really pronounced? It's like Moz or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's well, there is a line of guns from Germany. They're called Mausers, and they're spelled Mauser.
The E makes a difference.
No.
Yep.
Google it. Anyway.
I challenge you to get Tim to explain it to you in 50 words or less.
Yes. Not of Ren. MAUS is a mouse.
I don't know. I just asked him in the chat. He's in here.
You know there's not a chance he can do it under 50.
He done popped out. He doesn't want to prove Josh wrong anyway. So
because that's impossible, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right, so anyway. DC has announced there will be an animated Hush movie.
Hush.
For you guys not familiar, it was Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee, actually. Sorry, it's one of the premier storylines from the past 20 years. Came out through 2002, 2003 in the comics. And according to Revenge of the Fans, voice actors Jason O'Mara, Jerry O'Connell, Tara Strong, Rainn Wilson, Bruce Thomas, and Vanessa Williams have signed on to the project. Jason O'Mara has portrayed Bruce Wayne and Batman in all of the new 52-centric films like Justice League War, Batman vs. Robin, Justice League Dark, and The Death of Superman. Jerry O'Connell may have originally voiced Captain Marvel in Justice League Unlimited, but he has been the voice for Clark Kent and Superman in Justice League Throne of Atlantis, Justice League versus Teen Titans, and Death of Superman.
Breaking news.
What?
I'm going to screen share it.
Oh, Jesus.
Per our German expert, it's fucking Mouse.
I don't see that shit. I don't trust you. Mouse. Fuck. I don't care. Moss.
Really?
Moss is the shit that grows on the fucking underside of your dirty scrot.
It seems that way.
Yeah, for people who can't ambulate.
Stupid.
All right. Rainn Wilson has been voicing Lex Luthor, so for his small part in it, that's what's going to be. Tara Strong has been doing Harley Quinn.
Tara Strong is just an amazing voice actress, by the way.
Yeah. Bruce Thomas for Commissioner Gordon, and they're saying Vanessa Williams has been voicing Amanda Waller. Shoo. That looks like a tight little voice cast, and again, Hush, if you've never read the book, it's one of the best Batman stories that's been in the past 20 years. And
it's absolutely a wonderful story.
And I mean, Jim Lee's art on Batman and that is amazing. So if you haven't read it, go check it out.
You know what? My favorite part of that story was the actual fight between Superman and Batman. It's the first time we got it in canon. If I'm not mistaken, like in this era. But holy shit, that was a cool fight.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where their strength is, man. They do really good animated movies anyway. I mean, they're always great. If they could do like their live action movies as well as they do the animated ones, they'd be top notch. But can't have it that way. Can't have it both ways, I guess.
I still haven't got to go see Aquaman, but I want to.
Yeah, I keep hearing mixed. Some people say it sucks. Some people say it's good.
Those people that say it sucks, they're haters. They don't like Aquaman anyway, and they're wrong. Because
Josh,
Aquaman is the best hero in the DCU.
Josh, is it worth an 8-hour drive for you to go see that movie?
That's true, because theater ain't nowhere near you.
Well, it's a 90-minute drive to go see it, and we might actually, if Madison weren't sick right now, we were going to go this weekend.
Get some Chinese food?
Well, no.
Josh, that's insane, dude. There's no way I could drive 90 minutes to go to a theater to see a movie that's probably going to be 90 minutes long.
Larry says it's an 8-hour horse ride.
Nah, Josh got them thoroughbreds, man. He'll be spanking that ass and be doing it like half the time. 4 hours.
I mean,
Giddy up, Buttercup.
I spank a thoroughbred ass, but you know.
Yeah, look at you, stud.
Ching.
Nice.
Now this wasn't on the
She was
agenda.
not in
but-
here to hear that, so
Now, this
she won't
wasn't-
be embarrassed until tomorrow morning when she listens to the replay.
Or she was gonna smack a head.
Yeah. Now this wasn't on the agenda, but Dust posted a story in the realm about this, and Screen Rant is running with it too. Batman: The Long Halloween is getting a 2-part animated feature film.
Fuck yes.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's another great Batman story.
Yeah, no, that's
Um,
cool, but damn.
Published in '96.
Yeah,
Does that make you feel old or what?
a little bit. Because I remember that. I remember that.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
So what happens in that one?
It's a mystery story about a killer that only strikes on holidays.
Ooh, neat.
Yeah.
So it's a 12-issue miniseries, and
Yeah.
each month is a different holiday.
Cool.
And so yeah.
It climaxes with Halloween, I expect.
Yep.
All right.
Big climax is Halloween. Harvey Dent in the chat asked, was Long Halloween the one where Conroy and Hamill aren't voicing as well? They haven't really released a voice cast yet, but nobody knows yet. So
I mean, they said they were done voicing those characters, didn't they?
yeah, after Killing Joke.
Wow.
That
So-
sucks. But, you know,
I mean, Mark Hamill, I'm sorry, best Joker ever.
Yeah, he is. He's great at it, dude. That's
here's
his-
do you guys think that was it Zach Galifianakis or however you pronounce his name will step in to fill Hamill's shoes? Because he's the one that did the voice for the Lego Batman shit.
I don't know. There's a few. I think just Jason O'Mara, the same guy that does the Batman, was doing Joker in like the fucking Under the Red Hood movie and shit like that. So that's a possibility.
Who is the guy that who was the voice of Bender in Futurama? I think he played the Joker once, didn't he? I can't remember. But that one wasn't bad.
Is it fucking God, name of the baseball player? John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio.
Yeah.
That could be too, man.
I was listening to an interview with Tara Strong. I think it was on Fat Man on Batman, believe it or not. And she was like, she's the voice of Batgirl and then took over Harley Quinn. And when she sees the movie, these animated movies come out, and she sees someone else cast, and she's like, it's kind of nice for them to see that. But, in the back of my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm right here.
Dude, that happened to the dude that voiced Scorpion for the last few Mortal Kombats. They didn't even tell him that, he wasn't going to be it. Actually, I'm looking in this article, and it says the most interesting name mentioned is that of Troy Baker, a veteran voice actor who has voiced both Batman and the Joker in earlier projects.
Oh.
Jensen Ackles. He was the Red Hood in Under the Red Hood, so they say he's a natural choice for Harvey Dent. Naya Rivera from Glee is also mentioned as a possible Catwoman. The rest of the cast is rounded out by a list of all-star actors, including Titus Welliver, Jim Peary, Katie Sackhoff, David Dasmalkian. Have no idea who that is. Amy Landecker, Fred Tatasciore, and Matthew Gray Gubler. Fred Tatasciore does the Hulk voices for most of the Marvel stuff, so he could be Solomon Grundy has a good part in Long Halloween, so he could be doing that. Dude, like if you ever read the Long Halloween, the November issue, the fucking Thanksgiving issue with fucking Solomon Grundy as a tearjerker, it's actually really good. But yeah,
I don't think I read them all. I think I only got through a few of them.
Yeah,
It's a
I mean, it's a formative Batman story. It goes through, like Harvey Dent becoming Two-Face and a lot of other shit. Like Catwoman has a good part in it. Yeah, it's good shit. And Carmine Falcone is a really damn good villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
So, all right. So we have a couple of cast members that were at a party this weekend.
Yeah.
So,
I know one of them made it back alive.
yeah.
It's because I fell asleep before he started snoring.
So why don't you guys go ahead and start with Brink, and why don't you guys? Oh, Brink wasn't there. What the fuck am I talking about?
No, I wasn't.
Fucking
I know he has.
Josh and Russ. Go ahead, tell us about the party, man.
Well, go ahead, Josh. You get going.
Well, it was similar to TFCon. We made this like a multi-day experience because, as we've established, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. And Misty's sister and her family, they live about 90 minutes away, and they live right off of I-81. So for us, it would be like, according to Google Maps, a 5-hour drive from her place. Lies. But anyway, we had a Christmas / New Year's get together at her place for Misty's side of the family on Sunday, and we stayed the night, and we left out at 8:00 Monday morning. The plan was, we should be getting up there around 2, factoring in stopping for gas and lunch. Should get up there around 2, and was going to swing by Bobby's place for a little bit and hang out, meet his family, and all that, and then go to Pinkerton's. It did work out that way, except we didn't get there until about 3:30, and by the time we got parked and got into Bobby's, it was like 20 to 4. It was raining, the weather was nasty, it was foggy as shit. But got to Bobby's, and Bricks was there, and he and Bobby were recording something, and then they wrapped that up, and we chatted for a few minutes, and then we all left, and Bricks and his girlfriend, who I won't mention her name on the show, they met up with Misty and Madison and myself at one of the worst Walmarts I've ever been to. Pinkerton's local Walmart, man. That place, it was well organized, but they had a very, very, very limited selection of things.
Yeah.
And there just wasn't a lot there, so we tooled around in there for about a half an hour or so, and it's like, well, it's 5:00. I'm gonna go ahead and start heading that way. We got to Pinkerton's. I think we were the first ones there. We got there about 5:30, and at this point it had gotten dark, and it was rainy and foggy, misty. She was unfamiliar with the roads, and she has a problem driving at night, especially if it's raining. She can't see very well. So when we were actually leaving the Walmart, we had to turn left to go to Pinkerton's, and she thought she was in a turn lane. She was actually in the oncoming traffic lane. I was like, honey, you're in the wrong lane. She's like, no, this is a turn lane. I was like, no, it's not. You're on the left side of the fucking double yellow line. No, this is a turn lane. I was like, where in the blue fuck did you see a turn lane? You need to get the fuck over. And then the light turned green. And here the cars came, and she's like, see, those cars are going right beside us. I was like, they're driving on the shoulder. And then one coming right at us, not even slowing down, laying on its horn. I was like, get the fuck out of the way. So she moved over, and we ended up running the red light. I was like, okay, you about got me killed. Thanks. Just get us there in one piece, please. And it's a few miles down the road, and we're watching for our turnoff, and we knew it was coming up very soon.
Yeah.
And the speed limit through there is about 45 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing like 25. It's dark as fuck, and we're looking for the road. We knew it was really close. 2 people go blowing by us on the fucking side of the road, on the shoulder of the road, and laying on their horns. I'm like, you're going to get a shot or something, right? But yeah, we got there in one piece, and she was just happy and relieved to not have to drive until the next day.
Yeah.
But people started trickling in a couple minutes before 6. You know, it was a really good time. They got a beautiful home. You know, I was honored to be invited and be able to spend the New Year with everybody. You know, it was a great way to spend New Year's Eve. You know, introducing Misty and Madison to a lot of the people that have made an impact on our lives. You know, and them finally getting to meet them in person was important to me.
That's cool.
But Russ and Anna got there a little bit later because
Well,
she had to work later, I think.
Yeah, we both had to work, unfortunately. So I had to go pick her up, and then she didn't get out of there till like 6. So we grabbed something to eat real quick before we headed out. And now I'm glad we did get something to eat, because then when we got there, Chris told us what happened with the food fiasco, and I was like, oh man, that sucks, dude.
What happened?
It was a cater. Well, who was it? Did they have Olive Garden?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Olive Garden. They were getting it catered by Olive Garden,
and I guess
it was supposed to be there at 6.
Mm-hmm.
The food didn't get there until 7:30,
and
it wasn't even nearly half of what they were supposed to have sent.
Yeah, it was insane. Chris looked like he was just aggravated, dude. Totally.
Well, I was listening to Nerd Rage today, actually, and Chris was saying that, you know, Kelly was calling and calling and calling, and they wouldn't even answer her phone. And then Adam called, and they answered the first time. So they got on the phone and found out they had 4 people that were delivering orders, and all of their delivery drivers were out. So it was actually the chef that made everything that brought it an hour and a half late and set it up.
Oh man.
Fortunately, you know, they got comped and everything, but
yeah,
there wasn't a scrap of that food left though. It was gone.
Yeah. He was like, I hope y'all got something to eat. I was like, I kind of was hungry, so I got something to eat. At first, I felt bad because I got something to eat. Anna was like, they're gonna have food there. I was like, I'm hungry. I can't wait. We gotta eat something now.
I guess next time order pizza.
But now I'm glad we did, right? Because
they forgot. Like, they were supposed to get this big, huge order of breadsticks. They only sent 12 breadsticks.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Went upstairs. I was like, oh shit, where's the breadsticks? And they're out already. I was like, out already? That just got here. You know, and I was like, what? But yeah, they forgot several of the side dishes, and it was a mess. But he said they got comped for it, plus a gift card. So, you know, at least that worked out for them. But I mean, I wasn't upset about anything. I mean, I was there for hanging out, you know, and
they had enough cake and cookies and stuff, dude. That stuff, you didn't need any of that. Just
yeah, man. It was because a lot of people brought desserts.
Oh my god, it was amazing. Jeez.
Every time I turned around, Madison had some type of dessert eating it, and I was like, "What are you eating now?"
Yeah, I had like 3 pieces of cake and shit. I'm just like, and Anna's like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, this is good, dude.
You guys are just trying to bulk up for the rock challenge.
Hell yeah, man.
I had one of the sugar cookies, the snickerdoodle cookies that Bobby's wife made.
Laura makes great snickerdoodles.
They were delicious. They were delicious. I had one.
Unbelievable, man. Good shit though. Yeah, we when we were on our way out up there, it was funny because we had the GPS and everything going, and I kept telling Anna, I said, Anna, I'm telling you, I get this funny feeling, like we were having problems with the GPS hooking up to my car too, so it was in the ass. So we ended up just running it on our phone. But when you do that, it's just like a little bit of a delay.
Yep.
On it. So we're running, and I said, I got this funny feeling we're gonna miss this turn. I said, this turn just looks like it's going to be one of their like little tiny roads that you could easily go flying by.
the Old Falls Road or whatever that is.
Yeah. And it really is easy to go by if you're not paying attention.
We almost did, but thankfully Anna's like, oh no, here it is. And I was like, oh my gosh.
So John, how old's your daughter? I forget.
She's 11. She'll be 12 in May.
All right, cool. So she had a lot of kids to hang out with, I guess, at that party around that age. I think Bobby's kids are a little bit younger, maybe. But
Yeah, they didn't interact really.
yeah.
She sat there, and Madison, she's very socially awkward and shy at first.
I see.
Well, I think Bobby's oldest
She
is like 8, isn't she?
actually, no, she's 10.
Oh, is she?
But she actually, she was more comfortable talking to the adults and hanging out. She sat there, oh God, she took right up with Kelly. Kelly was awesome. But
Ian did that shit at TFCon too. He hit it off with Kelly.
But she sat there and she talked a lot with Vicky and Bricks, and Misty hung out there with her, and they all intermingled with everybody that was coming in and out of the living room and everything. But Madison didn't really. I was hoping that she would interact with the other kids, with Bobby's kids and Chris's kids, and
Did Adam bring his daughters too?
Adam's girls. But when we first got there, though, little Charlie, he's adorable. Misty was sitting on the couch. He walked right up to Misty with his little iPad. He's like, "Can I show you my games?" And she's like, "Well, absolutely, you can." And he sat there for like 30 minutes, just excited as shit, showing her everything he plays on his iPad, and just talking up a storm to her, and and Misty's like that, man. Kids she's easily approachable. So he was happy. She's like, "I'm excited. My friends are coming. They'll be here soon." He's a cute little guy.
How old
Misty,
is Charlie?
God, he's got to be 6, maybe
I think so.
5,
maybe.
Yeah. But I'm sure Misty had a great time meeting everyone finally, right?
Yeah, man. She hated the drive, because it's nonstop. It's like a 7.5 hour drive for us.
Yeah, it's a long.
It's a long drive, but
Yep.
she said, on the way home, she's like, "I'm tired as hell, but this has been absolutely worth it." And I said, "See," I was like, we may live further out, but things like this for us to get to participate in and do, that just makes it that much more special for us. And we look forward to the next time when we get to go and do something, which will be Lowry's wedding, when Jason and Bethany get married in March. Probably the next time we get to roll out. But,
we'll be making
man. We had a good time. There was God. I got to meet some people that I've only spoken to, online. I got to meet some new people. Tron Viper David, he was there. Him and his lady were there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
man, I want to meet that dude.
God damn it!
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
it was really good to see him because I haven't spoken to him or seen him in a while. And I hit him up, because I like not too long ago, and I was, "Hey, how are you doing? Is everything okay?" And he told me he's been just busy as shit with work. Because he lives down in Virginia Beach in that area, and they've had him commuting to Woodbridge, Virginia. Now, if you don't live in Virginia, you probably can't appreciate this commute. But
That's
it's
like 2.5 hours.
Man, that's like 2.5, 3 hours, isn't it?
It's like 3.5 hour drive.
Oh, Jesus.
And they have an office in Woodbridge, and there's also an office in Fredericksburg that he has to work at too. And even Fredericksburg is a long way too. It's a hell of a drive to go back and forth and stuff from where he lives. And he was just telling me how it's been keeping him really insanely busy, and he's spending half his day driving on the road and shit, to get up here. And
pardon me.
So I was like, yeah, it was good. I was really happy to see him because it's been a while since I've seen him, or even and I hadn't talked to him very much because he just hasn't been active on social media or anything because he's been busy as shit.
He's been working and traveling so damn much.
Working and traveling, exactly. So it was good to see him. Good to meet his girlfriend. His girlfriend's a sweetheart.
Oh yeah, she was a lot of fun too.
Yeah, she was.
So what'd you guys do after the food?
Well, everybody's socializing, gathering, talking a little bit, and then about 10 o'clock, Lowry broke out Cards Against Humanity, and a bunch of us played downstairs.
Oh God!
Pinkerton did give us the big reveal about what he was doing with all the Zubios, but I'm not spoiling it here. I'll let him make that announcement whenever he chooses.
It's insane.
He's melting them down and making a life-size Statue of Liberty, right?
No, not even close.
That'd be great, though. I'd like to see that. No, I didn't. Flakes brought out was showing me all of his Gundam.
Yeah, we had some good Gundam talk going on.
So I'm playing around. I'm checking out figures. Because every time I grab one, like I'm knocking shit off of it, right?
Welcome to Gundam.
You can tell he's totally. He's such a cool kid, right? But you can tell he's totally cringing. He's like, dude, oh my god, he's not gonna stop by.
Well, it was funny because we realized though a couple of things that were falling off, they weren't assembled properly.
Yeah, exactly.
They were placed on, they were staying on, and
I won't lie, I felt better after that. I was like, see, you have the shit all right.
Yeah, Russ was like, yeah, I didn't break it.
I always have issues with the weapons and shields and shit.
Yeah. But yeah,
by the way, Rob sent me a Gundam this week, so I'll be joining that crew soon.
I know, I heard. I was very excited to hear that.
Welcome
to the dark side, Rob.
I 4 out of 5 cast members do agree. Brammer needs to join us.
And what kit did you send him though?
Oh, HG Sandrock.
Oh wow!
Oh, the fucking thing,
dude. That's cool, dude. Shit, you're gonna love that. That's easy. You'll have to come on with it.
Yeah, I hope so. With these sausage fingers.
Yeah, I have to do the easy ones too, Nick. Don't feel bad. I kind of I'm like the kindergartner of building Gundam kits.
Hey, if Captain Shaky Hands here can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, it's fun though, man. It's cool. I got to check out Pinkerton's Mythic Legions.
Oh yeah,
he's got going on. He's got pretty nice. Yeah, he said some pretty good shit. So I was enjoying that stuff. And Anna was really. I think at first Anna wanted nothing to do with the goblin guys.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Anna's like, "Oh, the goblins are cool."
Yeah.
And I love
he did
that 1,000 choice stuff he's got though.
Oh. Those are cool. Yeah, those figures are badass, articulated like crazy. Damn.
Yeah.
He did a dio for those goblins too, didn't he? I know he was working on a Mythic Legion.
He's working on
something.
Big ass one.
Yeah, ready.
I was checking it out. And he's like, "Yo, that can be yours. Go ahead." Look at Chris, always selling.
He knows how to hustle.
It's awesome, dude. It's cool seeing his work area and everything. Though it's pretty awesome. He's got a nice setup back there. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I'd love to see that new machine he's playing with too. He does some cool shit with that.
Yeah, it's fun to see all the magic, where all the magic happens. I was like, wow, this is where all the magic happens. He goes, it's not that magical.
He's so humble about that shit.
Don't give away your trade secrets, Russ.
And that's the thing. Like with Pinkerton, there are no trade secrets.
Exactly.
If you have a question, that dude will fucking hook you up straight away.
Yeah, I've never. He's one of those guys that's so if you're getting in on this, he'll answer any questions he can, dude, to help you out, man. It's awesome. So
yeah,
love that. So yeah, I mean, it was a good time, and we all we stopped playing Cards Against Humanity. Finally, ran upstairs so we could do the whole countdown to midnight. Yeah, and everyone was guzzled down a few glasses of champagne. It was nice.
We watched the debut of Bobby's video.
Yes, we
Bobby
did.
And family in the room right there live, and
that new song is fire.
I told you that new song's amazing. He released
it
on Patreon on the 1st of December, and I've been listening to it daily, multiple times a day, because that's fucking awesome. That song.
Yeah, I sat down last night and I was fixing my iTunes since I got my new phone, and like, oh shit, my music's not downloaded, and I don't know. I was struggling. They changed something. I was struggling to get his new song because I was like, I need to get this one. And I finally did. And I listened to it like 5 times. And I was like, I was like, this might replace Burn as my favorite song. I don't know.
Dude, it has. It has.
Because Burn is really good too.
So, I mean, I love all of them, but Burn, I loved lyrically. I think it was just so tight. And I loved the music, the progression that he had done in Smoke and Mirrors. But this one, wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
it bumped Smoke and Mirrors off as my favorite. That was a damn good song.
I like Smoke and Mirrors too.
I mean, I love them all, but whew.
Yeah, there's a scene in that video that's really cool. I remember when they were shooting the footage at TFCon. I had no idea what he was going to do with that. And when I see how he did it, I'm like, that looks fucking tight.
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Oh, which
When we're all walking and everyone's just
yeah,
starts
man.
in the frame. Yeah, you came, but you ended up coming right in front of me, and I landed up like behind Dust, and Dust puts his hand on your shoulder. It's cool as shit. It's really nice. It's kind of awesome. Like
that was very, very cool. Getting to be a part of that. That was so cool. You know, and Robert D was actually saying that was his favorite scene of the video on Shattered Cuss this morning. I was like, oh hell.
Yeah, when all of us are coming on into it, I like how you come into it. It's really cool. I'm like, yeah. I told Anna, I said, look, he's not even hopping or anything. That's cool. She's like, dude, it was Russ.
He was mean mugging. Gosh.
Yeah. I did have this kind of like, I'm gonna fucking kick somebody out of the fucking way kind of look on my face.
Yeah, that's the part of the video you have to look tough.
Dude,
tough nerd.
Exactly.
Knowing how tired you were when we took off from the show, and seeing how you pulled in like that, like you didn't even look like you were right up on both feet. Like
yeah, it was cool.
Well, you know what was great is I had part of a shit dispersal causing turkey sandwich just ingested to give me that boost of energy I needed. But you know, speaking of the walking thing, this weekend, this week, you know, Monday and Tuesday. Remember at TFCon when you guys saw me how much I had to rely on that walker, and then resort to the wheelchair. What was I using, Russ?
I didn't see you use a walker at all. I don't remember you seeing you use it.
I didn't.
I don't remember. I remember
Misty brought it in at like 1 o'clock in the morning for me to use it, and it just stayed there in the corner.
What happened. I remember Misty bringing it in, but I never saw you actually use it. It was just there in case you needed it.
Yeah,
you didn't use it at all.
I was going up and down the fucking stairs, and
yeah, I know. I was getting nervous. Dude. I was getting nervous as shit with you going up and down the steps. I'm like, I remember after you were coming up, I'm like, dude, Mafia, don't you fall, dude. Don't you fall.
No, I mean, you know, I'm still, you know, that's a lot of stairs and everything, but as long as I take it slow, I'm good. You know, I'm getting there. I'm getting stronger. And
you did really well. It was impressive, man. It was kick ass, dude.
Speaking of going up and down Pinkerton stairs, anybody bash their head on the wall? Just kind of curious.
No, yes, I did. Nice. When you go down, you have to duck. I smacked my head right on it, dude. Fucking nailed my forehead. I sure as hell did. I felt stupid too because I'd already ducked under it about 3 or 4 times.
So does Pinkerton go down on his knees or some shit?
No, he just has to bend over like 80 degrees at the waist there.
Damn. He has to fold big time.
He's got to pull off one of those fucking ab crunches from hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was this cool party game that they had done with Saran wrap.
Oh, that was crazy.
They made like these giant balls of Saran wrap, you know, about the size of a soccer ball, and you just start unwrapping it until you get to something, you know. And they had put like lotto scratch cards in there for us.
Nice. Oh, cool.
So, you know, Bobby went, and who else went? Adam went. They handed
Laura. I don't remember Laura went. She was.
Yeah.
Lowry said he got like $20 off it.
Yeah. Lowry got some winners, man.
Misty won $1. I came very close to winning a huge amount that I would not have said anything about had I won. But it was a huge amount. But I was just like, son of a bitch, that sucks. But yeah, when they gave the ball to me, and I was like, you know what? Fuck this. And I gave it a good jerk with my left hand, and the ball dangled, and I had it, and I kicked kicked the shit out of it, and it went all the way down the fucking steps and down into the basement. And I just kept pulling it up, and the fucking thing, came loose, and somebody had to go get it. Pinkerton's like, you're disqualified.
You didn't hear what I said when you knocked it down there. I said, "Go get it quickly." And Anna goes, and looked at me. I was like, "Oh, shut up. He knows I'm kidding. Go ahead."
I know, man. We had a really good time though. When we broke out the Cards Against Humanity, it's just like that brings out the fucking savage in people, man.
Yeah, that's an insane game, dude. That's crazy.
Well, it's a good excuse to be savage, though.
Yeah, it is.
Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the game.
Yeah, if that game doesn't make you feel like a piece of shit after you get done playing it, you're not playing it right. And it's like Bobby was saying, there's no real winners in that game because even if you win, you don't win.
That's true.
And I was
we had Kelly playing with us, right?
Yeah,
Mason and Kelly both playing with us, right? And so some of the stuff that some of the cards she's throwing out, you can just look at. He's looking at it, he's going, "Oh my god, I can't make my mother just play." It was so good.
Yeah, oh god, it was hilarious. I played some shit that Russ couldn't fucking. He was just like, I can't read this. It's like, oh, you got it, man. Read it out loud.
I can't read this. This is. I couldn't stop laughing though. Some of this shit makes you laugh. You're just like, you can't get it out. It's great.
I know that one time Gort was watching what I was playing, and then when he saw me throw that one card down, he just walked away, shaking his head. He's like, "Oh God!" Yeah. He went upstairs.
Yeah. Like, can't handle that. I'm gone. That's hilarious. It's a fun game. I like it. That's the best way to play when you have a big group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when it's cool to do because it's just
and David's girlfriend Jen, she played with us and she was just laughing her ass off.
Yeah, she was having a good time. She played some raunchy cards too.
Yeah, she was just like, I know how this game's played. It's not going to hurt my feelings, and she just jumped right in, and I loved it. Man. She was a lot of fun. She was really sweet too.
It was awesome. So it was definitely a fun time, man. I enjoy. I missed a lot of people that I wish were there, but it was cool.
Yeah,
I'd asked why you weren't there, Brink, and they were telling me that you have kind of an annual thing you do with a friend. And I said, "Oh, okay, I get that. That's cool."
Man, but dude, I'm fucking like, damn it. I guess maybe I should break tradition. I don't know.
Just tell Pinkerton have it on a different weekend next year.
Yeah, right.
It was a good
Chinese
time,
New Year. We'll do a Chinese New Year.
And Dust had a month away.
I guess Dust had to work, so he really couldn't work down there, and he had to be so.
Yeah, we went live with a few people.
Yeah. I actually turned it on a little bit and was listening to you guys for a little while.
Yeah, we were making sure that Josh was taking his Imodium.
I heard. Yeah.
You know what was funny? I watched the replay of that after we got home. We got home around 8:00 Tuesday evening, so it was the next morning. I watched the replay of it, and I was like, judging on about the time they went live, that was about the time I took my Imodium. But
it was.
Did you feel like you had a nervous stomach, or?
I was just terrified that I was going to have a repeat. Yeah, I was taking precautions, man, because it was in the living room. Those of us that stayed over in the living room, in the basement, those of us that stayed over, Gort was on an air mattress. Yep. Misty and Madison were on a big air mattress. Russ and Anna were on a big air mattress. JD and Chandra were on the pull-out sofa, and then me. And I was just like, I'm sleeping right next to the bathroom. And, I don't need an air mattress. I can sleep right on the ground, man. I'm good. You give me a blanket and a pillow, and I'll fall asleep. And I know it's fucked up. JD was talking about it on Breaking the Molds. Like, I'll fall asleep on a pillow, but then if you look at me later on, I'll be propped up on my arm, just resting my head against my fist, fucking asleep like that. Misty says I do that all the time.
No, Josh, I thought you were awake.
And that's how I sleep, man.
I was like, and then you snored. And I was like, that motherfucker's not awake. He's popped up on his hand like he's having a conversation with you. I was like, that's nuts, dude.
Oh,
Man.
Lowry said he was scared the blow up mattress was going to come back like Tyler's house.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even sleep on it. You know, I put Misty and Madison on it. That was the whole reason.
That's so funny, dude.
Air mattress because I wanted them to have a nice soft something to sleep on. But
it was a race with the devil to get to sleep before his ass did.
Well, apparently you fucking threw it fifth gear full throttle because I went to take a shit and change clothes and come out 5 minutes later. You were snoring like a motherfucker. I was like, son of a bitch.
I was,
but him like he did you.
Nah, it didn't bother me. I was within 10 minutes. I was out. I remember JD and Gort got up and went outside for a minute. And by the time they came back in, I was asleep. So
apparently, JD and Chandra were tripping that because you and I were having a snore fest back and forth.
Well, we were having a snore fest. Fart off is what we were having.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was hot air being expelled out of both of our orifices in competition. And Chandra said she was telling me in the hangout the other night after breaking the mold, she was just in tears. She was laughing so damn hard because she said she was like a 10-year-old when she hears somebody fart, she just laughs her ass off. And I was like, you know what? Misty was telling me she woke up a few times of hearing me rip them, and she's like, oh god. And she actually got up to pee and came and checked. Okay, he's clean.
She didn't check his diaper. Shit, that's good.
But hey, man, no accidents were had.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. It would have made it for a great story.
No, it wouldn't have made for a great story this time because it would have been at Pinkerton's on his white carpet, and fuck that.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure he's got a snow shovel.
But yeah,
it was a good time though. I had fun.
Yeah,
Lowry said he's surprised that all of Pinkerton's hot toys didn't fall over.
Oh no! I'll tell you what. I kept trying. I would get messing with his Mythic Legions. Every time I go to set one back on the shelf, the fucking thing would fall over. I'm like, oh god damn it, no.
Russ, you just need not to touch other people's toys. It sounds like.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. It's bad. But
says the guy who wants to paw Russ's wife all the time.
I know.
Well, I'll play with that toy all day.
That's like my favorite toy.
I know what I'm doing with that.
What a dirty, rotten bastard.
Tyler, I see
at Larry's wedding, I'm just gonna take you. I'm gonna take you out back and beat you with a wiffle ball bat. It's gonna be great.
Well, let's have Ann do it.
No, you enjoy that.
I think what was it that I did after I took the leg off and I put the mask on the leg?
Yeah, and we were we were over there messing around with some Mythic Legions with Chris and shit. I look over and he's got that fucking Bobby mask on his goddamn. I was telling Ross, I said, the fucker just do it. Chris, I said, the whole way up on the bang bus, he's fucking doing that. Chris is like, I can't believe you're still calling it the bang bus. You're still calling it the bang bus. So it was like, I'm just like, yeah, this is the whole fucking time. Every time I turn around, there's like fucking Bobby's fucking face, skull face going up.
Just like sticking it up over the back of the couch. Like, what are you guys doing over there, Mac? And David saw that he about fell over because I guess he hadn't seen me do that.
Yeah, probably not. There was probably people. I think a lot of people hadn't seen you do it yet, probably because there were a couple of people that were tripping on it. It was pretty funny. But yeah, it was good time. So I like I said, I just enjoyed seeing people I haven't seen for a while. So it was nice.
Oh man, the next morning, we all started getting up about 9, and we had to leave out. We wanted to leave it out by 10. It was about 10:30 when we left, because we had such a long drive back. But Kelly was just like, "Get some coffee, get some juice. I got cinnamon rolls in the oven." And she made these 2 big, huge goddamn pans of cinnamon rolls. They were huge, man.
Yeah, I had 2 of them.
I had one.
Good.
I was like, I'm going to stop at Burger King and get me one of those sausage and cheese croissants because, that's my favorite fucking breakfast. Burger King sausage and cheese croissants rule. We got to Burger King, and I was like, yeah, give me 2 sausage and cheese croissants. And they're like, oh, we're not serving breakfast today because we opened late. And it's like, you motherfuckers!
Dude, that's heartbreaking, man. When you when you're like set on having a certain thing.
Yes.
Like, oh, sorry.
You sons of bitches. Hope y'all get dysentery.
Fine, go to McDonald's then.
No, just said fuck it.
Riddle.
Way to go, Josh.
Held out until we got to Harrisonburg, when we stopped for gas at a Pilot. And I was like, fuck it, man. They got some good pizza in there. That PJ Fresh pizza they have. The Pilot Flying J brand pizza. Those are good. So I got me a slice of pizza, and Madison got her a couple of hot dogs, and Misty's like, oh, I think I'm going to go in there and get Subway.
God damn, no wonder you keep Imodium on your person.
I know, boy. He chows down, man.
Who?
Gas station hot dogs, man.
I didn't eat them. I ate a slice of pizza.
Yeah, that's just as bad with the fucking tomato sauce. It's probably been sitting there since the night fucking before. Reheating the old shit.
It's made fresh.
Yeah, made fresh my ass.
Nothing fresh about your ass, motherfucker.
Larry said,
my ass smells like roses, bitch.
Larry said, at least you didn't step on. At least you didn't step outside of the hotel in Frederick and step on a crack pipe.
There you go.
Oh shit!
Good Lord, dude.
Where the hell did he stay?
They stayed
in the hotel.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the way home, we did get delayed. There was an accident, and we got stuck in traffic.
Where on 81?
On 81, right outside of fucking Roanoke, man.
Yeah, that's where you're always gonna hit, man.
81 gets
right outside of Roanoke at 4:00.
Yeah,
4:00.
You either hit
would have been home by 6:30.
You either hit it by Roanoke or Pulaski. Either one of those two.
Well, they're just a few minutes apart. But
yeah,
that stretch of 81 seems like it does have a lot of
oh yeah. I've wrecked on that stretch. Coming from Roanoke back to Christiansburg.
Did you really?
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Fucking piece of fucking iron fell off a damn tractor trailer in front of me. And I fucking hit it just right, and it went right through my tire, and in my fucking Tiburon, and I fucking went into the guardrail. My wife was screaming and shit, like, "What the fuck?" And I was choking on fucking Mountain Dew at the same time, but that didn't cause the crash. It was like she didn't believe me. I was like, "Honey, we hit something, and it went through the fucking tire. It's not because I was choking." And so I had to I actually fucking lifted the front end of the fucking Tiburon to show her that yeah, man, it was fucking nuts.
The only 2 times I ever blew a steer tire on a rig was on that stretch of road.
Yeah.
It was the same shit. Something fell off the truck in front of me and boom, right through a tire. And if you ever lose a steer tire on a rig, you'll know what shit in your pants means.
Yeah, man, it's fucking nuts.
Okay. What about those of us that have already done that? I mean, why do we have to go to these extreme circumstances to experience what shit in our pants is like? Come on now.
Yeah, after that happened, I think the inside of my cab looked about like what Ford did.
I know when I drove a straight truck.
Josh is always going to have us on fucking injuries and shit, pants shitting.
You're not going to.
Never going to beat him on injury or pants shitting.
I mean, yeah. 2 things I do well: lose legs and bowel control.
Lost one leg with
bowel control. That's the thing.
And losing fantasy football.
Yeah. There you go. Break shots fired, baby.
Get in there.
So, Rob, what do you get for that? Bragging rights, or is there a monetary reward? Or
No, there was no
Terrified
cat.
of nightmares.
What it was, Brink, is if one of the girls had won, they were gonna host the show, and then all the girls backed out. So thank God Rob won, so I didn't have to explain that shit.
I mean, the girls backed out or they lost?
No, the girls backed out. The girls didn't want to host.
Three of them were dead set against coming on and hosting.
Yeah.
2 of them were all for it.
Yeah.
2 of them were to do it.
So that show would have been me and 2 girls, which, hey, that's
Well,
okay.
Tiff would have jumped on, but she would have been like, meh.
So did
got her
Rob
talking.
really win, or was it just a
No,
mercy
Rob
win?
really won.
Oh,
No,
okay.
he really won.
Rob really did win.
Still not sure how.
Because
here's the thing.
Kate had Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers goes out with a concussion, so he's the Packers quarterback. Then Kate had Devontae Adams and the Packers running back.
Right.
So her entire fucking roster got fucked up because Rodgers went out with a concussion.
Yeah, it's a lot, and then a lot of her other players underperformed as well.
Yeah.
Too.
She had like the worst week she's had.
Look, she had the best week she had. One of the best weeks she had the week before, and then in the championship she had like one of the worst, probably the worst week.
But see, here's the thing. It's Kate. She's married to Brammer. She should be used to people underperforming all the time.
Oh, hey, Anna.
All right, you little shit.
Does Anna want to weigh on that?
Nick said he's going to steal your leg and beat you with it. It's going to be great.
We tried that. It doesn't work.
I'll get a fucking sledge. It'll pop off with that. I guarantee you did that or a goddamn pry bar.
Next con we're at, you're gonna.
Then I'll be chasing Misty around your living room with it.
That wouldn't be the first time.
Next con we're at, Josh is gonna wake up to an angle grinder.
Anna says she needs to plead the 5th.
Have mercy, Anna. Just behave yourself, lady. I'll pull your hair. It's all good.
I think this is officially our most off the rails show ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start.
So why don't we get on to our next topic then and rein this motherfucker back in a little bit? We had an idea for the new year, since everybody does resolutions for the new year. We decided to do collector's resolutions. So this can be ranging from anything about your collection, how you want to shape it up, how you want to change things that you're doing, things that you want to do more of, whatever. So we'll go ahead and start with Josh. Your 3 collector's resolutions, please, sir.
Yeah. Well, I want to get heavier into photography. Like posing, angles, lighting. Really want to improve upon all of that because it's a fun part of the collecting. Want to continue to improve my painting skills. I love to paint, and I do fairly okay. But as for that, just be more creative overall. Maybe, create my first diorama this year. I've got an idea, something that I really would love to do, and it hinges on, you've seen the quarter scale turtles, and you've seen they're coming out with the quarter scale foot soldier, and they announced today a quarter scale shredder.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's
Now,
like the movie, the 90 movie?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all in line with that NECA quarter scale stuff.
Wow.
That's insane.
Well, they put those turtles out in 12 scale. I've got them. I've got that SDC set. So follow the logic. They should put out those foot soldiers and that shredder in quarter scale, right?
Yeah, I would.
What I want to do is take 2 shelves, and I want to create one level as a sewer layer, one level as a street, cut an actual hole for a manhole, and run a ladder from one shelf to the other, and have like a big fight scene between like 10-foot soldier, shredder, and the 4 turtles.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's what I want to do, and I think that would be dope as fuck.
I thought you were going to do a custom Go Goth and Shit Demon.
He already did.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Although, if you ever watched, I know if you've never seen Dogma, watch it. It's great. But there's a deleted scene that takes place in that fucking scene where, Silent Bob actually breaks down and sings the Fat Albert theme song, which is fucking hilarious.
Oh God.
All right, but yeah, that's my three things. Get better at photography, improve my painting skills, build my first dio, and then I'll take pictures of that painted up motherfucker and make all of you say, "Holy shit, that's awesome!"
Hell yeah, man.
That sounds like a
Nice.
dope idea.
Robert.
So, kind of hinging on the same thing, I want to use my collecting to spur some more of the creative side. I got all this fucking camera gear around here to screw with, so I really want to dig harder into the photography, get more into I've done the outdoor photography a bunch, but I want to learn more on the lighting, and I want to do some kind of backgrounds
Yeah.
and get better with the posing and shit too. I'm moving away from Transformers, like slowing down on them, and I'm gonna go hard into Gundam because once again, I'm building them. I want to get more.
Wanting to go hard?
You love it when I go hard. Don't talk shit.
Or masturbate for the past week and a half. You've already gone hard, fucker.
Nice.
Okay, hook, line, and sinker, and I still blame you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I want to get more into painting them and shit. Like I've been doing panel lining and some minor paint details. I want to try getting into doing washes and shit like that. And then that's also spurring a little bit of the drive to do dioramas. Like I've got a diorama plan for the top of this desk or shelf in here. I want to do a full all across the whole top of this shelf. I want to do a hanger display. Throw a bunch of the Gundams in there.
That's cool.
So.
Oh, that reminds me. I'll tell you when we're in the hangout. I'm gonna show you what I've got and tell you my idea for another dio involving Gundams.
Sweet. Oh, I love. I want to learn how to do the industrial side, like the doing metal look walls and concrete shit like that. Like I love that industrial look with all the piping and.
So hell, same as your runners can create piping.
That's why I'm saving them all. But yeah, I want to learn how to do paint washes and shit like that. Like I have almost zero ability to paint on that scale. I've done cars and bikes, but it's all been basic paint jobs, metallics, all single color, maybe two color at most. And I used to do model cars back in my teens, and then like model ships and like Star Trek, Star Wars, shit like that. But I never got this detailed into them. I never did like damage effects. I never did wear and tear effects, mud, shit like that. I want to learn how to do all that. So
Nice.
Those are my three big goals for this year.
Nice. Russell.
God damn, Lowry.
I know, right?
Mud Runner.
I'm not talking about that. Oh, that's funny.
I'm getting I've been getting out of Transformers kind of slowly. In fact, I'm getting ready to try to sell off a bunch of chugs at NJCC. So, I think the only Transformers I'm really interested in. I want to finish up the X Transbot Stunticons, and I want to get the Cross Dimensions Galvatron from Make Toys, and that's probably going to be it for a while for me.
By the way, Russ, Anna says, "Woohoo!"
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, she's happy. She's.
I'll give you some tips in the broadcast to keep her happy.
I'm getting. Oh, you dirty bastard! So I guess one of my resolutions is gotta back off of Transformers, which I've already been doing. But and then next I'm gonna probably get pretty deep into other stuff. Already am Mythic Legions. I'm really liking Gundam a lot, so I think I'm getting into that too. And I want to start building like not necessarily dios, but I want to like start like I wanted to do a throne for my clan leader predator, and I wanted to start building shit like that, just things to go with my figures.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff. That's kind of about as artistic as I'm going to be able to get, because I'm just not like you guys. You guys are amazing. All of you guys are incredible. I'm like the most. I'm almost the worst artistic person on the planet. I have no ability. It's funny when I used to smoke
Not
pot.
ability, man. It's practice.
I don't know. When I used to smoke pot, I could draw a lot. I could draw pretty good, and then I quit smoking pot, and I couldn't draw anymore. So it kind of sucked. So
Hey, I gotta pick your brain on something real quick.
in a way.
With you winding down on the Transformers, you're finishing out Menasor, and did you do the Superion?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. Part of the reason I'm not doing it is because I've just lost interest already.
Oh.
Even though I think it's cool, but I'm just
That kind of answers the question. So I was asked if they start doing the other combiners now, are you in form, or are you just gonna say to hell with it?
No, I think I'm just gonna just chill out for a while, man. I'm. It's hard. I found all this cool stuff's coming out, and I'll look and I'll go, oh, that's cool. Oh, I don't want it though.
That's kind of where I'm at too.
You
It's like
know,
I'm gonna finish out Superion and Menasor, and it's like, fuck the rest of them.
Hey, you know what? I'm with you guys as well. Like I see all the stuff coming out, and it's like, I want a Superion, maybe I want a Menasor, maybe, but we got all these different versions coming. I'm just gonna wait it out. I'm just gonna be like, and if I miss out, I'll wait for the re-release. I'm just gonna wait and see which one's best, because I remember being excited, like with all those options, like back in the the chug scale combiner days, the third party.
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
But it's just like nowadays, it's just I don't know what it is, man. I think just little robot fatigue, transformer robot fatigue.
That's what
where
I
I'm at,
think it
too.
is.
Yeah.
I've burned out, like, spent 4 or 5 years collecting them now, and it's like I'm kind of just over it.
And that's how I'm feeling right now. Is I think I'm just tired of it again. I'm to where I'm losing interest, and I'm kind of like, ugh. But also I've got other stuff that's got like Mythic Legions, right? Amazing, right? I love that stuff. And there's some I can collect with Anna too.
Yeah. And let me ask you again about the Transformers. Don't you feel like a little bit of a type of relief? You're like, I don't have to worry about this. It's like
a little bit,
Yeah.
I can tell you what it is. I feel I'm excited for everybody that's excited about, like, that news, that the Zeta Superion, that video that they showed where they're showing it, being put together and everything. It looks incredible.
Yep.
And I know all kinds of people are excited about it, and I'm like, you know what? Good for you guys. But I won't lie, it's kind of nice for me to know that I'm not going to go pursue that. Yeah. it's like off my back,
I think I went through so much of it so fast because I started in Chug and I was buying like a crazy person, and then I got into Masterpiece and third party. Same thing. It was just buying like crazy. And now
there you go in the Gundam, and you're buying like a crazy person.
Yeah, but the bitches are.
I think it's you just have an addictive personality, Rob. I don't think it's the property. I think it's you just want to buy.
I do hyper focus. I get onto the, but at the same time, it's like with the Transformers, I mess with them a little bit. I put them on the shelf. Occasionally, I pull one down, flip it around a little bit, put it back, or I'll do a picture or something.
Yeah.
Like with the Gundam, I think part of the draw has been I have to build it. I have to be focused.
That interactivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the Gundams and going, oh, I fucking built that. That is awesome.
I feel the same way about
you
them.
can make it yours. You
Yeah.
can do it however you want. It's unique.
Yeah. Especially once I learn those paint techniques and shit, I can do so many cool things with them, and it's.
I think I get more enjoyment out of Gundam for that reason, that I built it myself, and I like I like being able to mess around and tweak the backpacks and things like that, and seeing what I can do myself to mess with things, and it's they pose really well. I kind of like that too, So, I don't know. I think that's a big part of it. Is I feel like I had more to do to it, more involvement in it than just buying it.
Right.
So
I don't know.
I get that.
And it's a line that you don't have to necessarily have an attachment to a specific suit.
That's
or
true too.
Right.
It's like, oh wow, that looks cool as fuck. I want to
Yep.
build that, and you
That's
do.
it. So that was Chris's advice to me. He said, "Do not get locked in on having to get every
No.
mobile suit from a season that you watch, or from a season that you watched or something." You know,
Oh yeah.
he said, "Get what you like," and
What you like.
that's
What
true.
I found too, though, is I'll get these suits, or I'll see a kit that I'm interested in doing, and I find myself doing the kit or looking at the kit and then going back and, okay, where did that come from? So that I'm digging into
Yeah.
the lore and the history.
Yep.
Yeah,
With the
That's
Transformers,
what-
it was the other way around. Yeah, with the Transformers, it was always, okay, yeah, I want this character because he was in this. I want this character. It was just representations of what I saw versus seeing the thing and then finding out what it is because it looks badass.
yeah, I hear you. I feel the same way. But that's pretty much my three. Is just light, less Transformers, probably no Transformers actually, and more other lines. And I'm gonna try to actually do some artistic things myself. I want to try to build a throne and do certain things like that. Just because I want to have the satisfaction of building something myself.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. I mean, I could buy one, but it's not the same as like actually, doing it myself.
Oh, shit, here's the Hobbit.
Hey, Sam, what's up, Bubba?
He's finally made it to Mordor. Hey, baby.
Better late than never.
Man,
Yeah,
you're
baby.
good, man.
I missed that sexy beard.
Oh, I missed you guys, man. What's up?
I must
What's
pet
up,
it.
brother?
Let's pet it.
You came in at the perfect time. Do you have your 3 collector's resolutions?
Yeah, just buy shit that I think looks cool, whether I'm attached to the property or not.
That's what we were just talking about, even.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something I did that with this year. I guess Iron Factory. I got into Iron Factory stuff for a minute. And then this leads into my next one. I made a rule for myself. If I don't touch something for 2 months, I sell it. Like if it's on display and I haven't fucked with it, just sell it. Even if whether I need the money or not. Just kind of keep shit moving. I guess like a more fluid approach.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, and because I mean it's just like less clutter, and also not being a completionist, because that kind of fucked me for a while, because stuff would come out that I'd be like, man, that looks really cool, and I want that, but I got this pre-order and this thing coming in, and all my money's tied up from the jump, so kind of just more cherry picking, I guess.
Yeah.
And that kind of happened.
Oh, you're starting an orchard?
Yeah, that happened to me kind of over the summer, not by my own choosing, but like since then, everything's been a lot easier. I felt like there's like once I kind of got on board, I felt like there was almost like a weight lifted off my shoulders. You know what I mean? I'm like, something looks cool, I'll buy it. Missing out on something doesn't bother me as much, you know.
Well, that's the thing that I'm gonna love about the Transformer thing. Kind of really backing off from Transformers. One of the cool things, I'm not gonna have to worry about missing out on something.
Yeah,
because it seems like I was always concerned of them. They're gonna sell out of it. Oh no, I'm gonna miss out on it. You know?
Right. Yeah, like that's
but
the
aren't
relief. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
aren't you just replacing that with the whole Mythic Legions with the pre-orders and shit?
Yeah, I am. I know.
But at least with Mythic Legions, there's one place to pre-order. That's the
true.
price. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
fucking got to do it. And if
Yeah,
you
they're
don't
not-
do it,
yeah.
you're gonna miss out. And
they're
that's
not
it.
terribly expensive either.
And
That's
for those
true.
Mythic Legions, you can get like 4 or 5 for the price of one MP Transformer.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a few. There's definitely for like about $150, you can definitely do a lot more damage with Mythic Legions than you can.
Yeah, because even like those big like trolls and stuff. What are those, like 150? They're
Like
retail-
100. They're like usually
They're
around about
100
100
at retail. Yeah.
Horsemen.
Yeah, that's crazy cheap to me, man. Even like
Yeah.
those shit, like
They usually resale on the aftermarket for about 200. That's what people like. I try to get for them. You know,
And
And
more.
those things are beautiful in person. I saw that one
they're
that
like
pink
as
in
big
the
as
sky.
my son.
Oh my god!
yeah. Good story today. And today Anna hit me up. She sends me a message, shows me with a picture of one of the next wave that's on pre-order right now. She there's a they got one of the one of the figures that's coming out is one of the big fucking goblins, and she's like, she goes, did you pre-order this? I said, no, I didn't, because you don't really care for the goblins, right? And she goes, no, I think I like this. I'm getting this.
Yeah.
Okay, next thing I know, she's put on pre-order. Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah, at least you can
I'm
still
like,
get in on them.
you know, so,
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
but it's you're right. It is kind of replacing one thing for another. You're right. But I hear you, Sam. I feel you. I feel the same way. It is a bit of a relief though to know that I'm not gonna feel like I'm missing out on something or anything like that.
It's like I just wanted to make sure that it's like silly, but like I just want to make sure that I'm playing with my toys. Like, as silly as that sounds, like
That makes
like,
sense.
I want stuff that I don't want stuff that's like so nice to where I don't want to touch it. You know what I mean? Like I want stuff that I can pick up and fuck with, and my kids
Yeah.
can bring it around, and it's not going to ruin it. You know?
I get that. I totally understand that. That's yeah.
And it's like I fuck around with Gundam, but it's almost like once I'm done building it, I want to just like give it away to somebody because like that to me is the fun of it.
Because
Like,
the building is the fun part, isn't it? See, that's kind of how I am with it too. Building it is my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
Because it's therapeutic. It's just relaxing to me.
Oh,
I just-
definitely.
I zone
Definitely. And it's like some
Yeah.
stuff, like I'll even say there's some SH figure art stuff. Like I get out the box and like it's already perfect to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. You know?
Yeah. I'm
There's
gonna
some
put this on a
Transformers
shelf
like that too, man.
Yeah, where it's like
Yeah,
you get them and then you're like, well, shoot, what's next? You know, you swap out a couple parts and pose them, and that's it.
Yep. This is true. This is true.
All right, Sam, you done, or you still got more?
No, I'm done, man.
All right. Let's go to our guest, Mr. Brian Brink. Do you have
All
three
right.
collector's resolutions, maybe?
I do. I have a couple questions though.
Mhm.
For those of you guys that said you wanted to mess around with photography, are you looking at maybe doing just practical ACBA style, or experimenting in Photoshop or PixArt, or one of the camera app phones, or
I'm
something like that?
fascinated by this ACBA stuff.
Yeah, if I did I've done it like twice, and I've done ACBA style, like all tangible, and to me that's almost easier. I don't know, because like I'm a very like tactile person, so like the Photoshop to me seems more difficult than just figuring out how to make it.
Yeah.
I can see that, but Dave Energon Addict, he's been putting out a couple awesome photos a week.
Yeah,
And I've seen him make one just by sitting on Dust's couch. He's like, see, I got this, and he does this, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, holy shit.
cool.
And he like does it in like 15 minutes or less.
Is he doing
And
Photoshop?
yeah, well, some kind of app on the phone, right? So first he takes the pic, and then he uses the app to jazz it up, but it's like he knows the progression of, all right, I got to choose this background, I got to get this effect from somewhere else, something, and
oh, that's cool.
it's like
Yeah.
I would not be able to make a decision on what I'd want to do and just end up giving up, because but so it's kind of cool that he can envision what he wants it to be and just knows exactly the formula to make it happen. So I think
Since I'm a
I've
complete
messed-
photography noob, what is ACBA?
Articulated comic book art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything that they do, like it's like a rule, like has to be tangible. Like
Yeah.
no Photoshop, no like no added effects or anything. It's like you'll see a lot of times like they'll do cutouts like that look like beach bubble, like they're actual cutouts. It's
I've been
tough.
messing with the
Tough.
apps. I've been messing with the apps and shit since I got my new phone. Because with that stylus and stuff on the Note, you can do some trick shit. But like that Prime that I did, that was all done on the phone. When I did the Make Toys Power Master Prime with that crazy Foundry background, that was. But I like the challenge of the ACBA stuff.
Yeah, and I think it lends itself to outdoor stuff too as well.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll get into my 3. I have some custom ideas this year. Well, I've had them for a couple years, and they are not customs actually that I would do myself, but customs to commission. So, but it's mainly I need to take some time, determine what I want, and then find people to make that happen for me. One I've already delivered to the person to do it for me, and he's had it for a long time. But then the other one is to look around and ask around and see who can do something for me. So, basically customs related to my favorite Transformer character and things that I love, like Miller Lite and Zelda. So stay tuned to that.
Oh my god.
And the next one is to stop buying just to buy. So
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's a
I've
good
got
one.
and a small tangent off of that is when it comes to retail, exercise patience, because everything goes on discount. So
Mhm.
I may not buy things until Black Friday hits, kind of stuff. And
Yeah, especially on TF stores, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mate, Quantron's going to be $29.99 this year.
yeah, I know, right? I thought I got a good deal on it last year.
I
What
got
do you
mine
think-
under 100 this year, and it was so.
Dude, that's a good toy. But Brian, what do you think you're buying just to buy? Like at this point,
Oh, I don't know. I'm looking at a giant T-Rex over here.
like impulse buy type stuff.
I have various Marvel Legends that I kind of bought because they were cool and I wanted to mess with them, and then, maybe I'm not all that interested in them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, things like I like cars that transform into robots, and then you end up picking up stuff like this, which I like. This guy particularly has QC issues, but
Of course.
there's only so much
Still
room on
looks
the
cool.
shelves. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need so many repaints of stuff like that just to get it. I don't know. It's things that when your display is not completely defined and you start buying stuff and it's like, you know what, this isn't gonna work out. So I shouldn't have got it to begin with, kind of thing. So, so there's things like that. I'm trying to think of another example of that at this time, but I can't. Except for maybe that Hot Toys figure that I haven't opened yet.
You still haven't opened it?
No, I'm
What
afraid.
is it?
It is a Mythos Obi-Wan.
Oh, nice.
So it is my favorite Star Wars character,
That's a good one.
and the era of my favorite era of that character. So perhaps tomorrow.
Did you read that book?
Oh, not yet.
Kenobi one?
But
Kenobi book?
Pinkerton gave it to me, and I haven't read it yet.
Dude, it's a good read, man. It's really good.
So maybe I'll do that. I'll crack open the book and the figure.
Yeah, I bet like once you get into the book, like into it, you're gonna want to open that toy.
Right.
It's
Just waiting for the right time. Waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
And things like those Pacific Rim figures. Why do it?
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting a Monster Arts Godzilla to go with those for some reason.
Oh, nice.
And maybe that's part of that. Don't buy just to buy, but don't buy just to buy after 10:30 p.m.
Or after 10 beers.
Yeah, say after 13 Miller Lights.
Exactly.
I'll do it to you.
And then my last one, since I expanded on that other one quite a bit, but my last one is something where I just kind of wanna find the love in this collection. So I've got a lot of different lines here, and I've kind of got exposure to toys of all different kinds of scales and quality and things, and determining where the love really lies and where I want to take this. So it basically goes into curating the display and getting
That's a
an
big
exposure.
term.
Yeah, So getting exposure into dioramas when I hung out at the Crashbox compound last month, looking at that and being like, it's not so much the quantity, but maybe I can.
Man, yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That a lot of people miss.
Take a few key pieces, and I'm not saying just sell everything. Just put it away for a bit and work on unique displays from time to time, and change it up. So I want to find some ideas of where I want to take some of these figures, and then implement some sort of rotation. So.
Yeah, because I had pretty much every FH Figure Art Star Wars figure that had been out, and then I sold them all. And at the time, I was bumming about it, but I was like, I had a couple customs that I did, and I had Chris make me a dio for one, and I was like, what would wow people more? Like this badass dio with this custom figure in it that's one of a kind, or 30 figures that everybody has,
right?
All jammed up into a shelf together, And to me, it's it's just like you said, it's quality over quantity,
And that's it for me.
All right.
Nice.
All right, it's my turn. I'm gonna echo a lot of what you guys said. The first one is tightening up on what I buy. I have a finite list of
mouse.
Boss. I have a finite list of Transformers that I need to get. There's until I move to a new house and get a room where I can do a table. There's a very limited list of, I say limited, and it's like 20 bots that I need to get in the MP scale, and the MMC chug stuff. So I kind of want to concentrate on that so I can be done with Transformers and have my funds available to do other stuff that I enjoy. And falling in on that is tightening up my displays. I've been doing some dio stuff. I've made I've used some canvases and done some painting for other parts of my displays. So I want to tighten those displays up, and that goes along with being more selective in what I buy. Because I'm looking at, I can just look at my shelves and see stuff that I bought that isn't going to go with what I want to display. So I've wasted money doing that. So tightening up my displays, and all that shit. And my third one is just to keep going with my creative stuff, like my customs and dios. I've had my first dio and I still haven't completed it yet, just because I keep switching around from project to project, and I just need to focus down and finish.
I'm like that too, man. Same.
And just finish what I start. I was doing really good at first, and then I've just jumped around to whatever's grabbed my intention.
Yeah. And man, that's a big thing. It's just the creative side, because that's the most satisfying thing. And it's it doesn't have to be, because it's intimidating, right? But it's you don't have to be making diodes, but build a model, do a little repaint, and your first few might suck, but you just learn as you go, and it gets fun, and it's satisfying stuff,
I see Russ still vacuums during the podcast.
Yeah, he's driving.
Yeah, it's this fucking fan.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a Russ podcast without it.
And now he's talking in the background to Anna. Anna, shut that boy the fuck up.
That's not me. That's my son, man.
Anna, I can spank you way better than Brahma can. Way better. Come on.
What the fuck?
Oh God.
I know, dude. I'm gonna hit all of them upside their fucking frying pans. Jesus Christ.
He's gonna talk your two heads together.
You realize she's just gonna line us. She's gonna line us up the next time we're all together and just smack us all down the line.
Oh no, Nick would like that shit. He'd smile.
She'll stab.
Better watch where you hit me. So, guys, I guess that's our show. I appreciate everybody coming out. We're gonna try and tighten up what we were trying to do tonight in the first two broadcasts. We're gonna go ahead and work on that.
The rehearsal went great. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, hey,
So-
shit happened. I want to thank Brink for being here, Sam for showing up, because we know you've been getting hammered with shit.
Better late than never.
Yeah,
man. No, cool, dude. It's
Want
cool
to
you
go
guys
ahead
offer
and
all that.
want to go ahead and shout out the other Realm and Cool Table Network shows. Enter the Realm, Breaking the Mold, Shattercast Uncut, Beers and Bolters 40K, 8 weeks, Plastic Fanatics when it comes back, Nerd Rage Radio. And what am I
building
missing?
up to
it. Stasis Lock.
Stasis Lock.
Yeah. And check out Off the Runner too whenever they do that show.
We might do one tomorrow. I don't know. We've not really discussed it.
Hey, I got a strike a Tory to build. Let's do it.
We're spontaneous. We are spontaneous. That's the great thing about Off the Runner.
If you guys do something, let me know. I've got some.
Yeah, I'll have to when I get a chance. I'll come on and I'll build the one Milton got me.
Nice.
All right. So as usual, guys, same bat times, same bat channel next week. Peace, love, and hair grease.
We love you all.
I'll have Josh and Rob and Russ and Sam or somebody post a link for the unbroadcasted like we usually do. Love you guys. Thank you for the support. It's gonna be a great new year. We're gonna be doing some different things. Love y'all.
As soon as we can get that technical lined out.
Yeah.
Love y'all like fried chicken.
Indeed.
Love y'all like a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant.
Curtain is closing.
Minus
we
the
all love
egg.
you like food. You can tell this is the Fat Boy Fest.
I know, right? Absolutely.
All right. Peace. Love y'all.
Later, guys.
Later.